What's up guys, this is Red Eye Stardust Dragon, and today I finally have for you my take on the Pendulum Magician deck profile for the February 5th ban list. Unfortunately, currently I only have the one election, so this is the version of the deck that I'm playing. Something I do want to try out is the Mythical Beast engine, which I don't have any pieces of yet. But if I do ever change the deck in the future, I will do another update, and I'm getting a second election soon. So I'm proxying for one of the electrums, but beware, it's a second electrum. The deck has many takes on it right now. There's the very combo oriented deck that was posted on Team Samurai X1's channel earlier on today. It is a version of the deck that I would like to play, but currently I don't have a Fireball or the third electrum, so I can't play that version of the deck. But anyway, I will get straight into the deck profile. So of course you have to play all the main pieces of the engine, free harmonizing for your synchro plays. If you're playing the combo oriented version, I don't think you need harmonizing because you don't play any synchros, so there's no point playing it. But you could always use it to summon out more magicians. The standard free of purple poison, free wisdom eye, because completing your skills is really powerful, and this triggers astrograph. Free black fang, because this is the best 8 skill we have right now because double iris has been banned. 2 oath dragon to return the pieces and helps you get into your Norito. I don't know about playing the third one, but I definitely do see situations where the third one does come up and it would be better playing it. So if you can, I would say bump this up to 3, but currently I'm not. Once I get the Mythical Beast engine, get all the pieces for the combo version of the deck, which is the one posted on Team Samurai X1's channel, I would definitely recommend playing 3 Oath Dragon. Then lastly, for the magicians, you play 1 Stargazer and 1 Time Gazer. These are for your Astrograph Chronograph pops, where you summon them to get out Electrum. The whole point of the deck right now is to spam out Electrum as quickly as possible to get your combos off, and if you can find more ways of doing it, that's really great. Some choices that you can play is like Abyss Actor Curtain Riser, and something that I'm considering testing is Rescue Hamster. No, not Rescue Hamster. Is it Hamster? It's the Pendulum one. I think it's Rescue Hamster. So, and then I think it helps you tutor for 2 of any of the magicians that you have more than 2 copies of. And you can banish it from skill to add stuff from your extra deck back to hand, which is really powerful considering we have Master Rule 4. But anyway, that's my magician lineup. For the other cards, we have free Astrograph Sorcerer, because this card's really powerful. Then we have the free Chronograph Sorcerer. This card's also powerful. Basically, the first thing you want to do with them, if you ever open them, is try to tutor for your Stargazer Time Gazer. And then they're always the thing that you send to the extra deck with Electrum's effect, because of the way that chain resolves. That it's just so powerful that you can get that extra surge to complete skills, or get Chronograph out and get an extra summon to go for a second Electrum. It's just very powerful, and if you're not playing these right now, then you're not playing the deck right. Then I am currently playing with the Supreme King engine, where you play 3 Dark Worm, where you send it off Dragon Shrine to summon itself back to search for your Gate 0. I play 2 of it. I play 2 of it because it's dark. I play Allure of Darkness in the deck because I don't know about playing Pot of Desires, but I think Desires would be really good. It's just I don't want to banish any of my Pendulum graphs off it. And for some reason, during testing, I always seem to open up with at least 1 Gate 0. Basically, what you want to do with the Gate 0s is to have them in your hand, so you can summon them. You can Pendulum summon them to summon your Absolute Dragon and go into your Vortex Dragon. Then the last monster side playing in the deck is free Effect Feeler, because I don't know where my one copy of Ash Blossom is, and I don't have a playset of Ash Blossom, but I would say right now the best hand trap to play is Ash Blossom to go up against all the rogue that the meta can has formed. Ash Blossom would definitely be the best choice here. I'm just playing Veiler. I could play Ogre, but I don't want, if in the mirror match, I don't want the Electrum effect to go off, even if they move something to extra deck, because they can still tutor for a second one. Actually, that would defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? But since we can target that, this can actually hit a lot more stuff than Ghost Ogre, because Ghost Ogre has to have the effect on, and they have to, if you destroy it, the effect still goes through. Where this would just negate it, but it can only target monsters. But if you have Ash Blossom, we could play Ash Blossom. You could also play Ghost Reaper and Cherries, because in the mirror match, if you stop their Electrum, then they lose. One Duelist Alliance, because this card bricks if you see more than one copy of it, and you're always going to resolve it. Considering double iris has been hit, there's not really any good targets anymore except for your Time Pendulum Graph, and Star Pendulum Graph is kind of not as useful because you can't search it out as quickly. And because this is a hard once per turn, there's no reason to play more than one. And then I played one Star Pendulum Graph because it is still quite powerful, but not as powerful. I would consider cutting this in general because it's more of a brick when I open it. No, it's more of a brick when it's in your deck. You kind of want to see this in your opening hand, and at the same time you don't want to see it in your opening hand. Because this does trigger Electromite. I mean, it triggers off Electromite's effect. And because there's no real way to get to the Star Pendulum Graph as quickly as possible, it's not as useful. So I would consider cutting this. I played 2 Time Pendulum Graph because this is still quite powerful. Being able to trade 1 for 1, and then if it wasn't skill, trigger your Electromite to draw a card for your next turn. And it's a good source of disruption, especially if you have something like Time Star available. But that's literally the reason why you play it. But if you're playing something like the combo-orientated version of the deck, you don't play this. I play 3 Dragon Strike to send Dark Worm to graveyard, and then trigger off the thing effect. And for the last card in the deck, I play 3 Allure of Darkness, because most of your deck is dark, except for the Veilers and the Oaths and the Wisdom Eyes. I'm just looking for it now just to check. And very rarely you're not going to hit dark targets with this. For the extra deck, I am currently playing 1 Vortex and 1 Starving Venom. You should play more than 1 Starving Venom, because this card is really powerful. It can copy Graveyard Electromite's effect, and since you're going to be link summoning with your Electromites, you always get that copy effect. And if you're playing Hope Harbinger, you can play 2 and overlay for Hope Harbinger later. But because I don't have the Mythical Beast engine right now, I'm not playing the Harbinger yet. But if I do get the Mythical Beast engine, I'm probably going to play the Harbinger. And Vortex Dragon is really powerful, because if you summon it during your opponent's turn, you bounce something, an attack position monster to control to hand, and its negation is really easy to pull off as long, because you're always going to have a stacked extra deck of Pendulum monsters. So its effect is really easy to trigger. For the singles, I'm playing 1 Clearwing because it's a pseudo Regeki, and it's better than Enlightenment Paladin, which I have cut from the extra deck because its destruction effect has the same effect as Enlightenment Paladin. The only strength in Enlightenment Paladin is it adds a spell card back to your hand, and it's also a target for your purple poison because it can gain 1200 attack. Then we played 1 Omega because Omega. I think you can cut this card if you're playing the combo rotated deck, because you're not playing harmonizing, so you can cut this card. Play one Ignister because Ignister is really powerful, non-targeting, shuffling back, spinning. One Abyss Dweller because I think Light Swords are going to be a really powerful deck this format, so Abyss Dweller. One Babushka because if you do brick, you can always sit on your Babushka. But an interesting point brought up earlier is that Maxi is no longer in this game, so you don't have to sit on the Babushka anymore. So you can cut this, but with all the rogue that the new Banlist has created, I think that it is still quite powerful to play one time star to like combo with your time pentagraph and search out most of your deck. One Trapeze Magician for the OTKs. Naruto for the negate, Absolute for the vortex bringing. One Underclock Taker because it's generic like 2. I don't have Borrow Load, so if you do have Borrow Load, I would recommend playing it over this. You play 2 Electromites. I currently don't have the second Electromite yet, but I'm getting one. And if you have a third Electromite, I would consider playing it. The only reason I'm kind of against playing the free Electromite is because of cherries. If they cherish you, your deck is kind of dead because there's no way to trigger Electromite. And for the last card is Decode because Electrum plus Absolute gives you a Decode, plus this can stop stuff from targeting your cards. So that's why you play the one Decode Talker. But anyways, that is the deck profile. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more in the future. This is Red Eye Stardust Dragon, out.